If you're into the gaming consoles, then you'll be happy to know that the Xbox One specs have been released. It's going to be an 8-core CPU, AMD's chip based on the Bulldozer people, 8 cores. It's going to have a customized design which is going to incorporate DirectX 11.1 graphics and 32 megabytes of fantastically high bandwidth embedded ESRAM, that is beast RAM, people. It's going to come with 8 gigabytes of system memory, that's DDR3 as compared to DDR5, 4 gigs that's in the PS4, that's rumored to be in the PS4. A 500 gigabyte hard drive, I'm assuming it's going to be a 7200 RPM, but they don't specify exactly. Well, it should be. Blu-ray drive as well. It's going to have an 802.11n wireless with Wi-Fi direct, HDMI in and out, and USB 3.0. As you can see, the specs are not super duper. They're actually kind of like mid-range nowadays. You can get a system like this, except for the CPU. Keep in mind the CPU is a beast. It is a customized CPU, 100 watt CPU, so we're not sure exactly how much the CPU itself would cost in the market, although AMD CPUs are much cheaper than Intel CPUs, for example. But as soon as you go customized, then you might be talking a little bit of a premium price because they're made for a specific purpose. So we do not know what the price of the CPU is, but 8 gigabytes of system memory, DDR3, dirt cheap. You can get it for like 20 bucks in the mass market. If you're going to be buying like 1 million units, yeah, 20 bucks. 500 gigabyte hard drive, you can get that for like 30 bucks at the most, maybe 20. If you're going to buy a million units, for example. Blu-ray drive, same thing, $30-$40. 802.11 and wireless with Wi-Fi direct, that's probably built into the chip. If it's not, it's going to be like 5 bucks. HDMI in and out, $5, $10, $20, let's say. USB 3.0, 10 bucks. So with all this, except for the 8-core CPU, let's say this one is, I'm just going to give it a ballpark price, a decent price. Let me give it a decent price instead of like the bottom piece of crap. Let me give it the price that one person would pay. 8 gigs of RAM will be around $40 because it's DDR3. Sometimes it does go up. It fluctuates quite a bit. It's $40, $50 for 500 gigabyte is going to be a small laptop drive. So let's say $100. I'm just going to round it up. Let's say another $50 for the Blu-ray, $150. 802.11, let's say $10-$20 at the most, $170. HDMI in and out, $200. Let's say 30 bucks. USB 3.0, 10 bucks. So $210 for the whole system, all crammed in to this tiny space kind of thing. So let's say the casing and all that other stuff and other, power supply and everything. Let's say another 100 bucks. I'm just being really generous here. So 200 plus 100 is 300. So that leaves the 8-core CPU. How much is that going to cost? Well, the 8350, which is the beast CPU, the 8-core CPU for AMD right now, is selling. It has been going selling for about $180, so $200 more. So 300 plus 200, we're talking 500 bucks. If the pricing is, let's say, the same as the most expensive 8-core CPU that's available from AMD right now, $500 is what the Xbox 360 or Xbox One, what am I saying, 360? Xbox One would cost you if you built it yourself. Of course, that's taking into account that the price of the 8-core CPU is going to be the same as the high-end 8-core 8350 that AMD has available right now. Keep in mind, though, that the 8-core CPU that's in this computer is customized. It's got 32 megabytes of high bandwidth embedded ESRAM, which is probably an expensive addition. So that may be increasing the price a little bit. But keep in mind also that these components are being bought in the millions, so that'll drop their price as well. So it's potentially possible that Microsoft will pay about $200 to $300 for the system, buying these parts in millions, and then sell it for around $500. Plus, they'll make money off of the games. But it's also possible that they'll make it for $200 to $300 and then sell it for $200 to $300 and then make money on the games. So they'll lose money on the system, make money on the games. That's usually the format that these people go with to make money, to encourage people to buy the system and then make money off of the games. So what do you think about the Xbox One? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you think it's going to be a piece of shit? Are you going to buy it? Are you going to buy the Xbox One? If you have the Xbox 360 already, people bought the Xbox, they bought the Xbox 360, and then they're looking at the Xbox One specs, and it's not really that cool, amazing. If you're into gaming, you can easily buy a beast computer that'll be faster. Of course, we don't know what the capabilities of this 8-core CPU are. It's possible it is like super duper amazing, but at the same time, it's untested, so we don't really know. What would you do? Are you gonna be saving money to buy the Xbox One?